name's Kylie Welsh and welcome to our Business Success Series, where we're bringing you valuable tips and strategies to help make your business more profitable. Now, we're going to talk about today the essentials for women in business to be seen as credible experts. Now, for those of you that have worked with me, you'll know that being seen as a credible expert is something that's very passionate for me. I think that that really can transform your business and your profile within your industry. So there's a few key ingredients that we're going to talk about. And first of all, we're going to look at your work experience and how you demonstrate that. I was working with a lady recently who'd been working in PR for a long time, 8 years I think, and going into her own business, she felt it was quite difficult to say she was a credible expert when she was only very new to her own business. So what we looked at is, how we can put that together so that it's really obvious that her 8 years experience in the corporate sector makes her a very credible expert in the areas that she's talking about. So have a think about your paid and unpaid work experience and whether you're presenting that in a way that really comes across as very strong and that really demonstrates your expertise in that area, I think. Now, the next area, which I suppose a lot of you I know are already very actively involved in, but it's also having an online presence. There are a lot of people that I still meet today that really aren't probably, they haven't really got as much going on in that area as they should do. Now, I think today there's not a lot of reasons for not having a good online presence. And by that I mean through either your website or blog. So that's really, really fundamentally important, that if someone's searching you or wanting to find out more information, they can't even find a website or a blog about you, then that's going to be a little bit limiting. And, it doesn't have to be expensive either. I remember years ago, it would cost a couple of $1,000s to get your website done. I just had a website built by someone in the Philippines for less than $500. So, there are lots of options for you, but the most important thing is that you do have something there that people can go and have a look at. The third thing I wanted to mention was about being a source of knowledge for people. So people need to be able to come to your site for a reason and to be able to find valuable resources that are going to help or make their life easier in some way. That's really important, that you're seen as that resource person to them. So you might have that through products, it might be through free items that you've got there, it might be through information products that you've got, all sorts of different reasons, all sorts of different ideas about what you could put on there. But really, if these items are SEO optimized, people are going to come to your site regardless. They're going to find you. Whatever they're searching on is going to lead them to you. So make sure that you're being seen as a resource for people, that they can come there and know that they can get some really interesting and valuable information without having to necessarily buy a product as a result of that. So hopefully it'll lead to more sales, but initially it doesn't have to. The fourth area is all about social media profile. Now, this area is just becoming more and more important. And I tell you, for me, when I'm running events, I don't really get anyone to speak or to do online learning modules or webinars or anything like that unless they've got a very active social media profile. Now, the reason for that is that for my clients or my members, it provides a value add. It means that they can continue a relationship. They can, still form a connection, build that relationship with that person in other means apart from, just email or that sort of thing. They can follow them. They can keep updated. It's really, really important. And so that's why I think it's really important that you have a social media profile and be active in that as well. And, we're going to talk later, but there are ways that you can really do that so that it is quite easy. You're only really putting your information in one area and then it's going to lots of different places. And we'll talk more about some of those online tools. But, at the very least, probably Facebook, Twitter and LinkedIn, they're kind of my top three in that order. So I make sure that I'm active, and it takes me not very long to be able to do that each week, but it does seem that I'm active and on there quite often, which is not always the case. So that's another important area. Well, I really hope you've enjoyed this week's success tip. I'd like you to have a good think about the things that you're doing really well already, but also the areas that you think, maybe I could do a little bit better. So please share those with us, and I look forward to seeing you next week for our success tips.